We don't get the audience swapping underwear. That would just be weird.
Oh, okay. I'm not coming then.
Coffee should get in the bin because it gives you the shakes.
Wait, shakes?
The shake.
Oh, okay. Sorry, the Yorkshire accent is giving me something different then. Yeah.
The reason I'd like unicorns to go into the bin is because they're a constant source of disappointment.
I think that peas need to get in the bin, okay? Peas are the devil.
Hello and welcome back to the Get in the Bin podcast. The greatest podcast that no one's ever heard of because we've only just started it. I looked over here because there's an audience there. Yeah, you might have heard them there. We've got a studio audience today of 2 people, which is wonderful. And I've got 2 fabulous guests. So would you guys be able to introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Becky and I am the director of Falling Stars Theatre.
And I'm Tiona and I am part of the cast of Falling Stars Theatre.
So you guys are performing at Manchester Fringe Festival as well. I don't know if I mentioned this is like a Manchester Fringe special, like this month, obviously because it's the Fringe month. So I'm trying to get people on who are in town, and you guys are from out of town.
Yeah.
So that's even better. That means I can grab you while you're here, and then you can get off. But do you want to just tell us a bit about the show and its journey and what people could expect if they were going to come and watch it?
Yeah. So Recall is a piece of theatre that I wrote after doing a playwriting course. And it was the first piece of theatre that I wrote after that. And what we wanted to do was create something very immersive. Falling Stars Theatre are known for their immersive style of theatre, kind of involving the audience at the heart of the action. So I wrote this and it's set at an 80s party. Tiona is the character of Sophie and she's organised a surprise party for her parents and they turn up in the middle of an argument. All the audience at the party are guests, your family, your friends.
Yep.
Everybody has a name tag when they come in and they know which character they are, but you can see right from the beginning that there's problems. They're having this argument and we flash back to the time that they met. So whatever venue we're in, the couple met in that venue. They went to university in that city. And we flash back to the night they met and there's kind of big problems that are happening now in the present. But we had a pandemic. So an immersive piece of theatre wasn't something that people wanted to get involved in even afterwards. So we did Bradford Fringe in July to a very static audience, but we had some people that were immersive and got up and joined in. They had to put their masks on. But they were very much up for a really good night out. There's one character in particular who we kind of asked to join in a little bit more than some of the others. And he was absolutely brilliant, wasn't he? He was so up for it. So we're performing at the Pier Hat in the Northern Quarter on the 8th, 9th and 10th of September, 8 p.m.
Awesome. So when you say immersive theatre, that you're saying... people didn't want to do immersive theatre. Even before the pandemic, that would freak me out.
Would it?
An immersive, just the idea of immersive theatre. But the way you've explained it to me, it doesn't sound scary.
It's not scary,
Yeah,
no.
tell us a bit about...
It's good fun.
Yeah.
How immersive is this? What are people expecting if they want to get involved?
So, yeah, Tiona will give them a Sophie. She says, hi, Uncle Brian. Hi, Auntie Pat. Hi, Cousin Meg. And she gives them a name badge. So when they come in, they instantly know their character and they kind of feel comfortable because they're met by 2 lovely ladies and instantly feel comfortable and know they're at a party. And then they can go and sit down in the corner at the back if they want. Or our DJ over there who's in the audience, give us a shout, DJ.
Best DJ.
Our DJ in the audience will be playing 80s tunes so they can absolutely go straight onto the dance floor if they like. But the kind of show starts when my character, who's the wife, and my husband come in having this argument, and then we're really shocked to see all these people. We were just expecting an anniversary meal with our daughter, and we go in and we're like, oh God, all these people. So we have to kind of put on this front that everything's all right. And then you do a speech, and different people from the audience are kind of introduced, like Auntie Pat and so on. And then we have some songs, dances where they can come up and join our dancing. And then some very kind of serious moments where it's very much you just sit and watch. We have party games. You obviously weren't born in the 80s. But in the 80s, from writing this, I kind of used my university days of some of the games that we played when we went into bars, that you could win a very expensive bottle of fizz if you did certain things. So in the...
They're not played anymore?
They're not played anymore that I know of, Tiona.
No, when we were talking about it, I was like, I have never heard of this.
She was really shocked. She was really shocked.
Really?
I was like, this is what you had to do if you wanted to win a bottle. And everybody wanted to win a bottle. So this is what we did. And Tony's like, really?
No, that didn't happen
my
these
God.
days.
Whoa, I've only ever been like subject to a dance-off. There's never been any like real bar games.
Swapping underwear, all
Sounds
sorts
good
of things.
fun though.
Wow.
I'd have liked to have grown
This
up
is
in it.
in the north of Yorkshire.
Is it? Oh, it's just in that one
I'm
bar
sure.
that you went to, I
Yeah,
think.
the Pepper House, actually.
All right, okay.
They used to give you this pint of Doom, it was called. And everybody used to drink Doom, and that was it for the
What was in
night.
that?
Have a pint of Doom, please.
So it was kind of influenced by that. So it
Right.
was a lot of fun to be had. I mean, we don't go that far. We don't get the audience swapping underwear. That would just be weird.
Oh, okay. I'm not coming then.
Yeah.
Sounds terrible.
But
it
there's a lot of fun
great.
to be had, but there's also kind of a really serious message. And that's something that kind of clues are given throughout and then is tackled head on at the end.
Don't you know what? I've never seen anything like this before.
No.
So I'm like really looking forward to it. It's going to be good. I think though, what we'll do now is move on to round one.
Let's do it.
The Get in the Bin podcast. Do you have the phrase get in the bin up in Yorkshire?
No.
Not often, no.
No.
Not
No.
heard of it much.
No. Like if they... You don't know what get in the
I
bin
think we
is?
worked it out as we went on.
Yeah. No, but we do. I'd use that in
that's
day to day. Yeah,
A
like if
Mancunian phrase, is it?
it's a. I think it's maybe it's a Liverpudlian phrase. Yeah, I'm from St Helens, so
Right.
like it's filtered down to us. But yeah, if someone, for example, has like red sauce with pizza, get in the bin.
We're going to start using that one a bit more, I think.
Yeah, get in the bin. Maybe you will after this. But the idea of the podcast is that we are filling a bin full of stuff that we think should get in the bin, and the podcast is working that out. So, you know, I'll give you some. We'll do some different rounds. The first one, we're just going to have a chat about whether something should get in the bin or not. The rest is a little bit of a competition. Are you competitive?
Oh, yeah, I am.
Very.
Okay, well, we'll see who wins. So yeah, that's the plan of action. And the first thing, right, because I've been reading the news, only because I knew I had to do this. I was like, I've got a topical round and I don't know anything what's going on in the world. But I was reading about Elon Musk and his new robot that he's announced. Have you seen it?
We were
I've heard about it.
reading up on it, weren't we?
Yeah.
Right, yeah, you got the brief. You were
Yes.
looking at it. Okay, before we get into it, just your initial thoughts about that.
I think it's quite a scary concept.
Okay.
I mean, we've seen the movies and the robot's about to take over the world because I'm not here for that.
Yeah, it feels like Elon Musk has seen the movies and gone, right, I want to be an evil supervillain. What's my next step?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm thinking like less the robot, but more the fact that Elon Musk is behind it and whether we should put him in the bin. What do you think about that?
I think it's that idea of control, isn't it? And him kind of being in everybody's house through this use of this artificial intelligence. You know, who knows? Is always listening, controlling what's going back to him. You know, that's a bit scary, isn't it?
It feels
Very
like
scary.
Elon Musk can just put a human-sized robot in our houses and then at any moment just press a big red button that says destroy.
Yes.
And they
Have
all,
full
Yeah.
control over everything.
the
Yeah.
heads turn red
Yeah.
and just rise up against
Yeah.
us.
Well, there was that program, Humans. Did you watch that?
I did. Oh, yeah.
Well, they fell in love with the robots. You know, they destroyed marriages, broke up friendships, didn't they?
He was questioned on something along those lines and he was like, I'm sure people have come up with plenty of creative ways to use the robot. I was like, Elon, you're freaking me out. And also, like, apparently all of the cars that are using similar technology, you know, to self-driving cars, there's currently a lawsuit because they don't work.
No.
So I don't want a robot in my house.
No.
That. Imagine waking up and seeing it in the corner of your room, just looking at
Watching
you.
I think it's that point, isn't it, when they're very intelligent, but they also have emotions and they can feel, then that just gets weird, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because obviously they're a machine, but people become very close to these machines, won't they? Relying on them, trusting them.
That's what he wants.
Loving them.
That's the way he's talking about
Yeah.
it. And then the main phrase was that the robots would be able to be used for dangerous, unsafe, and boring tasks. But that's what billionaire Elon Musk finds as boring and unsafe and dangerous. Like, he just gets to design the world we live in now. Doesn't seem fair, does it? So I think unanimously,
Oh, absolutely.
Elon Musk is in the bin.
Absolutely.
He can
Absolutely in the
join. I think Harry Potter's in the bin at the minute.
Oh.
Who else? I should have. I need a list of what's in the bin. I'm going to have to get that. But yeah, he can join everyone else in the bin.
Yeah.
Elon,
Yeah,
stop
definitely.
trying to take over the world.
Don't need it, do we?
No.
It's so obvious. Why just letting him do it? Anyway, cool. Okay, well then, I feel like it's time to move it into our competitive round. So everything that I say here, you just have to reply with the sentence "should get in the bin" because
Just one sentence.
one sentence you get. Yeah, try and be
Okay.
as creative as possible. So, first thing, staying on the topic of Elon Musk, electric cars.
Should get in the bin because you can't control what the vehicle does.
Electric
Nice.
car.
Oh wait, I will give you a different one.
Oh, right, okay.
That's okay.
Thinking I've got to think
Ah,
of
you had time. No, none of that. AirPods.
AirPods should definitely go in the bin because they are so impersonal. I want to hear what you're listening to.
Oh, okay. That works. Okay. Coffee.
Coffee should get in the bin because it gives you the shakes.
Wait, shakes.
The shakes.
Oh, okay. Sorry, the Yorkshire accent was giving me something different then. Yeah. Mirrors.
Mirrors should definitely go in the bin because hiding behind the mirror is that evil troll that will always tell you the truth.
Oh. I'm going to look at a mirror again. That's terrifying. Salt and vinegar crisps.
Should get in the bin because they are such a boring flavour.
Whoa. Even though I know this is the game, that hurt me because it's like the best flavour.
Yeah.
Ginger nut biscuits.
Ginger nut biscuits, ginger nut should definitely go in the bin because ginger is just a flavour that should not be put in anything. It's a colour, not a flavour.
Oh, I don't see flavours. Cruise holidays.
Sure, cruise holiday should get in the bin because of the Titanic.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Oh, okay. The Queen's speech.
Should definitely get put in the bin. It's just the bit of Christmas Day which everybody dreads and sometimes are forced to sit there and watch, and it can ruin the entire day.
I love this game because you really actually get to know what people think indirectly, whether they agree with the thing that you're saying or not. Contactless payments.
Should definitely get in the bin because you forget what you've paid for and end up spending too much money.
True. No, that's actually so true. You can just go
like
ding, 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 ding,
easy.
ding.
It's
ding,
too
ding.
easy. It's far too easy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Top of your head,
80s discos.
80s discos should definitely go in the bin because you just make an absolute fool of yourself and drink 80s drinks which are not good, like Doom.
Immersive theatre shows.
Should definitely get in the bin because people just want to relax and have a nice relaxing time.
Wrong answer. I think that was definitely painful for
Yeah,
you.
that was painful.
And you did so well, Becky, to
you.
say 80s disco should get in the bin. So I think you win that round.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, purely because of that. That was clearly painful to talk about
Yeah, it
immersive
was.
theatre.
I love immersive theatre.
Is that something that you've done previously to this show?
Yeah, so all of the Falling Stars theatre productions that we've done have been immersive. That's what we love to do. We love to get the audience involved and just have a great time with them and, you know, just get people involved and push them out of the comfort zone as well. And they always end up having a great time with it. So.
Oh, they remember it.
And they remember it, yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine it's memorable. So what was the first one then?
The first immersive piece we did was To Be or Not to Be, Purgatory is the Question, and it was started with a Hamlet play. So this was written by another of our members, and it was about Hamlet and his dad in purgatory. And Hamlet was blaming his dad, saying, I'm here, I'm dead because of you. And then Ophelia comes and she's out of her mind and she's dead because of Hamlet, and they're all blaming each other. I'm in the audience with my boyfriend over there, and we are watching, and I think this theatre is a pile of poo. It's embarrassing. I don't want to watch it. He's brought me here, and I'm like, oh my God. And I'm chattering all the way through. People are tutting at me, saying, if you don't want to watch it, just go. So eventually I stand up and say, yeah, I'm going to go. I don't like this. And my daughter has planned this piece of theatre especially to get back at me, because the piece is all about this father-son relationship, and it reflects what's happened in our lives. So she comes out and she's going, Mum, you can't go. I wrote this for you. You need to stay and watch it. And I'm like shocked. I haven't seen her for years. So then the theatre becomes this argument between me and my daughter. And eventually I get on stage and the lights dim on the audience and we continue. And the actors basically leave. They go to the pub.
Okay.
And the piece of theatre kind of changes. So that was really interesting because we had invisible theatre. So the audience didn't know that we were acting, and we had the ushers in the auditorium were also actors, part of our group. So they were all in on it, and I think a lot of people were quite shocked with that one.
Yeah, it was so funny.
How
seeing everyone's different reactions.
Sorry, can I just bring that slightly towards you? How long into the show did it become obvious that you were part of it?
There was one woman who didn't realise till the bows, did she? She got up. No, I'm just joking. She got up at one point and she said, I think we should all leave, to the audience. This is when me and my daughter were having this emotional talk, because it was to do with a divorce, and she blamed me, and she was like, this is a private conversation and we need to leave this mother and daughter to talk. And I'm like, no, you can't go. Don't go. No. Please don't leave. And we were like, oh my God, she's not got it yet.
It's like the most convincing piece of acting.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That only ever happened once, that somebody got to that point.
Yeah.
Didn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, most people kind of sussed it perhaps halfway through.
Yeah, so about halfway through, it actually switched, and that's when most of the actors go to the pub, but I went off and sat in the audience next to my mum, and obviously I was looking around at people and they were fully convinced. They were like, are you okay? Wow. I'm so sorry this is happening to you. And yeah, so it was hilarious being in the audience, and Becca's character obviously switched and went on stage, so then I was watching, and yeah, it took everyone a long time to twig on, and then as soon as they do, you can just hear it, and they're like, right, yeah. I see what's going on now.
Yeah. That's amazing, because that must be like the most uncomfortable thing for the audience, but then that feeling afterwards of understanding and like the relief must be like also a great feeling to kind of have as an audience member, and then you're engaged in it as well by that point. So obviously if immersive shows are what you do, where did that come from? Like, did that start from somewhere?
I think it's just that idea of trying to kind of connect with the audience. And I was a drama teacher, secondary drama teacher for 20 years, and my favourite part of that was A-level and teaching devising. And kind of coming up with different forms and different ways of communicating. And the students that I work with loved it when we kind of got rid of that actor-audience barrier and relationships and that like standard way of performing, and just experimented and tried different things. So I think it came from that, and knowing how much people got out of just looking for different ways of performing, and not just having your audience here and your actors here, but merging the two together, and what can come of that, the kind of relationships that can happen between the audience and the actors is quite interesting then.
Yeah, and that, like, I've never thought about it before, but thinking about it now in terms of like what that can unlock creatively, what jokes you can make with that relationship with an audience. Yeah. Like, it must be really funny as well once people are in on the joke.
There was one performance where somebody's mobile phone went off. And they were like, oh my God, they're acting as well. Yeah. Like, I'm not an actor, honestly. It's just my phone, sorry. And then somebody had this persistent cough. And everyone's looking at this man going, my God, he's an actor. And this woman went, is everybody actors in here apart from me?
Like the Darren Brown sketch.
Thing, yeah.
Yeah.
The whole audience is just actors.
But they were vocally saying this.
Yeah.
Like they felt comfortable enough to like just talk.
Because by that point, you know, I'm in the audience talking. Your mum was going, you're ruining this. I've never seen my daughter act in anything, and this is the first thing I've seen her, and you're ruining it, because this was her first show.
Wow.
But we did it in January of 2019 in this theatre in Skipton, and this guy had this persistent cough, wouldn't stop. Eventually he left, came back, started coughing. And looking back, we were like, oh, look. He might have had COVID. Yes. That was the beginning of it all, wasn't it?
Yeah.
In the context.
Yeah, because we thought, who's put him in there? You know, it's not part of us, but he wouldn't stop coughing, poor man.
Wow.
I hope it was all right.
Yeah, do you know, I think that would be really fun I feel like I want to play around with that format now. And the College of Deviant Behaviour, who producing this podcast, we have a night here at the King's Arms, and that's all about new work in progresses, and putting new stuff in front of audiences, experimenting with new stuff. So maybe that'd be a cool thing to try out, especially because you guys have to now, having a show on, you know, you're advertising as an immersive experience, and maybe, you know, reputation that you have is people are gonna expect stuff like that. So I guess you're gonna have to come up with tricks to get away from that. Yeah.
I mean, as a teacher with the sixth form, I always did invisible theatre, and it was one of the things that they loved. You know, pretending that they weren't acting, and everybody else thinking that they weren't acting, and it can be you can get such strong reactions from the audience if people don't think you're acting and think it's real. It's quite interesting.
Yeah, and that's kind of like the aim for a performance, especially as a stand-up. You want to make that thing in the room feel like it's only happening now.
Yeah.
And you haven't written it and exercised it in front of 50 audiences and 50 times. So like that format allows you to do that.
Yeah.
So is every show different?
Yeah.
Oh.
Absolutely. I mean, for us, the performance starts out of the room. Doesn't start in the theatre. Like when we were doing the other one, we would be outside, you know, bickering about, I don't want to come see this play. And so the experience starts right from the beginning. The audience can be watching us going, they don't seem very happy. And, you know, it's the same for this recall. We're arguing before we've even got into the place, into the venue. So hopefully there's people hearing that and seeing that. And
that's a good trick. And have you done that before in previous shows?
Yeah. I did a promenade piece around a building. There's quite a significant historical building near us, and they asked me to write a piece about the history of the building. So there was a character that took the audience round, and different things happened. And there was one particular room where there was a ghost story, and nobody knew that in this room there used to be a indoor pool. So there's a trapdoor. So I was telling the story of the ghost, and we had very dim lights, and the audience was sat kind of around this pool that they didn't know was there. And this trapdoor opened, and this girl in white.
No. That is cruel.
It was. She was just singing, wasn't she?
Yeah, it was.
But I think, I mean, we don't want people to know that you're going to be in the part, like, because that's going to be the magic of it, isn't it? Yeah.
Are they going to see our faces?
We'll have to cut that bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, that will be that's the magic of it, isn't it?
It
is
works
that people
so much
won't
better
know.
when people don't know you. Yeah.
Oh, amazing. I wish I didn't know you now. No, that's a nasty thing to say. Don't mean it in that way, guys. Yeah. I'll turn up and do my own acting and pretend I have no idea.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Knowing this now, I can come and I can pre-plan all of my own narrative and story and become part of the
Get even more involved.
Yeah. Would you, so obviously you guys have to be good improvisers for this then. So if something happens, you're going to have to react to it.
Yeah.
Have you prepared yourself for that?
I think we've got very good at that, haven't we, over the years? Because
definitely.
It's just, it happens every time. You know, every performance, like you say, is different, and we've got to be prepared to go with certain things. And yeah, we are all.
Yeah, we do have that discussion as well. You know, we sit down and we think, okay, what could happen? What could be the responses here? But you're always going to get something that's a bit unexpected, and just go with the flow and just make it work.
Yeah. I'm going to turn up as David Bowie. but not like someone who's dressed as David Bowie, like I am David Bowie.
You are David Bowie.
Yeah.
That could work.
So you're gonna have to sit to
Colin,
navigate
DJ
that.
Colin, I think we need a solo moment for David Bowie to sing a solo.
Yeah, I regret this now. That was a bad idea.
See, 20 years of teaching, you kind of know how you manage 30 kids.
Yeah.
So it's like that. It's like managing the audience. And it was 30 kids. There's always moments that you, obviously, they're out of control, and you have to manage and manipulate them to get what you want from them. And I think it's the same for theatre, isn't it? You kind of manipulate your audience to get what you want.
So you did 20 years of teaching to be able to manipulate your audience. Perfect. Oh, amazing. Yeah, I'm literally so excited now thinking about it because, like, the way that you're explaining it sounds great. And I feel like I could come on the 8th and then the 9th and it'd be completely different.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I might do it. I'm coming to all of them, guys. You're just going to see me at every single one. I'll have my solo by the end of it. So the next round is...
Mum's on TikTok.
Oh, okay. Oh, so we're on the coin toss round.
Right?
Is that right? Yeah.
Coin toss.
I'm going to do that again and pretend that I knew it was the coin toss round.
Yeah, do it.
The next round is the coin toss round. I'm absolutely going to leave all that in. So I don't actually have a coin on me. Does an audience member have a coin on them?
Colin's got money in his pocket.
He's always got a bit of cash on him, just in case there's a vending machine. You can flip the coin, Colin. Becky, heads or tails to argue for mums on TikTok?
I'll go with heads, please, Colin.
It's heads. So you're arguing for mums on TikTok. Are you happy about that?
Very happy.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you've got a minute to argue for mums on TikTok. Go.
Mums should definitely be on TikTok. And I'll tell you why mums should be on TikTok. During lockdown, I did a monologue every day, different character. It had to be under a minute long of creating different characters. And my nephew said, you should put that on TikTok. I'm a mum. Got 2 boys. I said, I don't think I can go on TikTok. Mums don't go on TikTok. Yes, they do. He said, it's full of mums on TikTok. So he set me up an account, and I'm not kidding. The first monologue, he was like, oh my God, why are so many people liking this mums on TikTok? Because it was comments like, is she for real? And suddenly my street cred amongst my nephews, 13 and 15, shot from here up to here. I was the most cool auntie ever. And my sons were like, oh my God, normally, oh my God, she's so embarrassing. That's all I ever get. But it was suddenly like, oh, I think you should do another TikTok, Mum. And every day it was like, how many have you got? How many views you got? How many views you got? Let's do another. And it became like a family affair. Mum on TikTok became mum and sons on TikTok. And yeah, I'm not kidding. My street cred went up considerably. So I am out there with all the mums on TikTok.
That was
Is that
beautiful.
a minute?
I feel like, yes.
How can I follow that?
Was it called Mum on TikTok?
No, it wasn't called.
I was going to say, that sounds like I've just directly gone, why were you on TikTok?
We might as well have done.
What a compelling argument. Okay.
Oh,
I believe
got
in you.
nothing.
I believe in
It's
you.
embarrassing.
No,
Yeah,
come on.
mums
You can do
Mum
this.
should be on TikTok.
Mum shouldn't be on TikTok. You've got 1 minute to tell us why. Go.
okay. Mums definitely should not be on TikTok because it's embarrassing. It's for the youngsters to do their little dances. And, mums like to moan. I know my mum, she likes a good moan, and that's for Facebook. Facebook is where it's at. For mums, they can moan, they can have their statuses. I don't need to actually be hearing anyone moaning about the day. Put it on Facebook, keep it on there. Let's just have a nice separate divide between the youngsters and the not the older ones, but the slightly older generation. My mum has recently got TikTok and she has no idea how to use it. She's always asking me, and I'm like, Mum, I do not have time for this. Like, just, Facebook, just stay on there.
That was incredible. That was really well argued.
Very well argued.
Yeah, for sure. I like how you went to say it, but you didn't say the word elderly.
No. Slightly older generation.
You both argued that particularly well. I can see the improvisational skills are there that you're gonna have to use for the show. But come on,
Got to be one winner, hasn't there?
There's
Can only
only
be
one winner.
Mum's on TikTok.
And I think it was clear that I didn't think Mum should be on TikTok,
You
but
on
now
TikTok?
I'm all for it.
I'll show you my TikTok later.
I'm not on
I
TikTok.
follow mums on TikTok. They're great. I love them. I actually love watching them
Oh,
learn about the
okay,
kids.
that's
It's so
true.
funny. It's so funny.
The true. Well, you argued it well anyway. That's 2-0.
Just
My particular
losing
favourite was
purposely.
Crazy Candy. And during lockdown, Crazy Candy had to do a challenge. So she was mental, this woman.
Is this your character?
Yeah.
Crazy
so she
Candy.
had to do a challenge. And this particular day, she had to run naked down the street. So very clever filming.
Wait.
Made me look like I was naked. And that was the one that lost the credibility. After that one, it was like, don't do it anymore.
Your whole family like,
I wasn't naked, but I had like a boob tube thing on. So it looked like I was naked.
yeah, it's the movie magic.
Mum should
Exactly.
not be on TikTok, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I need to change my mind now. But you're still on there.
Yeah.
Still going.
I don't have it anymore though, but
Oh,
are you on
right.
it?
Yeah.
It's circulating.
I've
You
sat on
are.
it.
Yeah, cool.
I don't even know. I still don't really know what it
It's
is.
stay off it. It's really addictive.
Is it?
Yeah.
It is.
When I was on it, I was like,
You've just left your
You can
mark
just
and
be
got
on
out.
it.
exactly, yeah.
That's
Be on
it
it for an
now.
hour and it feels like a minute's gone by.
Yeah.
So are you still just circulating on TikTok right now?
Yeah, I hope so.
Oh my gosh. You need to get on. Some advertisement going.
I know. My son's on it, so I keep having a look now and again.
Just to make sure you're still relevant.
Yes.
Wow, I didn't even know that. That must have been so funny when you received Mums on TikTok and you're like,
Yeah.
I could do that.
I can do that. No problem. I like that one.
Didn't know about your previous experience. Great. Well, you're 2-0 up. We're going to move on now
Sorry.
to our
Too good for me.
community entry.
Yeah.
So our community entry is from Rosie, who's part of our incredible audience here today. And yeah, it's self-checkouts, which, like she just mentioned, ties into our Elon Musk beef. So whether self-checkouts should get into the bin, what do you think about that?
I'm in two minds about this because I have found them a lot quicker, less queuing, and you are in and out a lot quicker. But at the same time, when they don't work, they don't work. And, you know, a lot of the time, the staff will be so busy on their tills that they don't have time to come over sometimes. And then, you know, sometimes it can create more of a problem as well. And, you know, some people might not be comfortable with how to go through the self-checkout and, you know, so I am in two minds about it.
I personally think self-checkouts are the devil because they just seem to shout at you. And yeah, I've never experienced one that works. And I'll scan a bag and then it'll ask me if I want a bag and I'll press it and it'll come up with 2 bags and I know I've only got 1. So then I have to cancel and then I have to do the embarrassing thing where the red light flashes and they have to come over and take 20p off my thing. And I just feel like a poor human having to do that.
Yeah.
So they often embarrass me. What do you think?
I am very much of the in the position that I do a full family shop at Aldi or Lidl, and therefore there is no self-checkouts. And when we do self-checkout, it's an absolute novelty, and I love it because I can stand back and my boys are going, "Can I do the self-checkout?" Yeah. Even if we've got the massivest trolley load, we don't go to the checkout, we go to the self-checkout, and
Really?
I step back and they fight over who gets to buzz it across, who puts it in the bag, pull it out again, and you didn't do it right. And it's brilliant.
What a
I
dream.
just sit back and they love it. Beep, beep, beep.
Wow.
So it becomes a novelty. And because I hate supermarkets, I can't stand going to supermarkets. So for me, it's absolutely not going in the bin.
Yeah.
'Cause it's
So are
just a
you
dream.
training them for the job at Aldi? Because those guys are pretty quick.
Oh my God. My first few experiences of Aldi, do you go to Aldi?
Yeah.
It's full on, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
But now I've worked out, I get my shopping bags and I open them all up and I go,
Whoa, so you're as quick as them?
I do
What a
it
production
straight
line.
away. So I don't have to go to the bench at the end and pack. I get my 3 bags and it's straight in.
Game off.
And my oldest son is 12 and he's like, pass me the bread, cereal. And we have different bags for different things.
Oh, I'm absolutely that person at the end of the aisle that's it's overflowing, it's falling on the floor, I'm in a mess, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, it's different.
I need to up my game.
I want to go shopping with Becky. It sounds like a crazy experience.
Yeah, my oldest in particular is very good now at Aldi. Because you've got to be quick, haven't you? You've got to be quick.
He's very good at Aldi. You've got them at home, either on the iPad training for the self-service or just passing them stuff.
Or
Think fast.
Yeah.
Good. Wow, just got like
we do have Aldi practices on an evening.
Like the Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Just training them up. With a bag for life round the head like this. Let's
A
go.
bandana. It's a great experience. Yeah, I absolutely wouldn't put it in the bin.
Yeah, well, I feel like because, you get to use self-service checkouts as basically free childcare for a couple of hours.
Yes.
That we can't possibly put them in the
bin. No.
So, self-service isn't going in the bin. I'm sorry about that, Rosie, but we need them.
Think of the children.
Exactly, yeah. My mind's been changed a lot on this.
Has it?
Yeah. I'm 4 mums on TikTok now. And now I felt like self-service checkouts were the devil, but obviously.
No, definitely not the devil.
They're working out for you.
Go the other way and say an angel in disguise.
I think that's what we've all learned today. Guys. The self-service checkouts are angels in disguise. Wonderful. Right, well, I think we're going to move straight on to our final round. The final bin down, as I like to call it. And I really need to get a jingle for that.
Yeah, you do.
But for this round, basically what I'm asking is you guys bring something that you're going to argue should get in the bin.
Okay.
We filled the bin today. And there's only room for one more. I'm jumping on it. There's no room. Just one more thing to get in there. So only one item or person or whatever abstract idea you want to get in the bin can go in. And I can feel the competitiveness now. I know that you want to win. You've already won, Becky. She wants the whitewash 3-0. Okay, let's get Becky to go first.
Oh, really? Okay. So I would like to go into the bin unicorns.
I thought you said you then. Okay, unicorns. Okay, let's go.
The reason I'd like unicorns to go into the bin is because they're a constant source of disappointment. Ever since I was 4 years old and was introduced to this idea of unicorns, I've searched high and low. I've been everywhere. I've been to Australia. I've been to New Zealand to search for a unicorn, and I've never, ever, ever seen a unicorn. Mm-hmm. But all the time you're told that they're there, hiding, existing.
New Zealand.
And you've got to dream. You've got to dream big. And I dreamed big, and I have never seen a unicorn. And it's that constant disappointment, isn't it, in life of, you've been told something exists, you want to see it, you'll see it, and then you can wish on it, and that's never happened. And I think we just need to get rid of that idea of unicorns and there being such a thing as unicorns, because it is just a disappointment from a child from a very young age. Oh. Somebody in the audience wants to say something.
Oh my gosh.
Have you been to Scotland looking for them?
Yes.
In Scotland.
Do you know they are the national animal of Scotland?
They are the national animal of Scotland.
No. Since when? Surely that was Loch Ness. Really? I've even seen Loch Ness.
You've seen the Loch Ness Monster?
Ness. I went to Scotland to look for a unicorn. I didn't see a unicorn, but I saw Loch Ness.
Okay, and that wasn't good enough for you?
No. Because, this build-up of unicorns that you get so disappointed.
Just stick a horn on it.
It's not the same, is it?
That was brought something up from real deep-rooted. Oh, Scotland unicorns, it's true.
I didn't know that. I have been to Scotland to look for a unicorn.
So you went to Scotland to look for a unicorn, you saw the Loch Ness, and you were disappointed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it might be something to do with being a middle child.
Oh my God. Do you want to talk a bit more about that, Becky?
No, I don't.
I feel you really got something off your chest there. That was pretty emotional.
Thank you.
Yeah, I feel like my hands are tied with that argument, but we'll move over.
You know what I mean, though?
Yes.
That build-up of expectation.
No, I do actually. Yeah, I do. I do. But I feel like I've not felt it the way that you felt it. You're still searching. I don't know who told you unicorns were in New Zealand either, but that was cruel.
They were everywhere.
Oh.
If you dream hard, you'll find them.
Well, I think you're going to find them in the northern quarter during this show.
Oh, you see? I'll just be disappointed now.
If you don't. Yeah, I'm going to come as a unicorn. I don't know how you're going to top that, but you're going to have to try.
Right, here goes. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I think that peas need to get in the bin, okay? Peas are the devil of all the foods. They're tiny, they're green, they don't look nice, they don't taste nice, and they get all over your plate. So I went to a restaurant the other week and I ordered a Sunday dinner, expecting a lovely Sunday roast. I had peas and they were stuck in my mashed potato. I was not happy about it. And you can't get that out because they're so little, they hide. So then you're getting something on your spoon, you don't think it's on there, but it is. And it just makes everything taste rubbish. It's the one food that I cannot deal with. So peas need to get in the bin.
That was the most Yorkshire rant I've ever heard in my life.
I'm
Of course you had to bring
I'm
up
very
Sunday.
passionate about peas getting in the bin.
And the Sunday roast.
And my Sunday dinner.
Of course you have to
They
bring up
can't
the
be
Sunday
getting in my
dinner.
Yorkshire puddings, okay?
You didn't say that.
That's not okay.
That was amazing. I could listen to Yorkshire, the Yorkshire accent ranting about York Sunday dinners for the rest of time. Wow, a real contrast there with unicorns and
I think
peas.
she got that one, didn't she?
I think
The teacher in me.
you want to give a pity point.
I
Please.
don't need a pity point.
Becky,
okay?
you poured your heart out on this podcast. And you think I'm going to give a pity point. That's not what this is about.
Okay.
Okay, it was an incredibly compelling argument, but your heart has been broken time and time again.
Yeah.
And I'm about to rectify that by putting unicorns in the bin.
Yes, we need to get rid of them.
They're in there.
Yes.
They've gone.
Thank
You
you.
don't have to worry about it ever again.
Thank you.
Unicorns are out of
I feel
circulation.
like a weight's been lifted.
Yeah,
Yeah. Thank you.
that's what we're doing here. We're changing
Oh,
lives.
Feel lighter.
That means I have to put up
Someone
with
needs to tell
peas
Scotland.
in
Yeah.
my mashed potato.
Do for a bit longer.
So sorry about that. Yeah, that's going to be every Sunday dinner from now on.
Ruins.
Yeah,
Ruins
and if they
Sunday
don't
dinner.
put it on, I expect you to say, "This is what I've been subjected to now." Fab. Well, there you go. That's a win for you. How'd you feel?
I feel a bit sad actually. It's lovely. I don't want her to feel like a loser.
Yeah. No. Thanks for coming on
I
this
can take
comedy
it.
podcast, guys. We've all gone away with something.
No, I do feel
You're not a
actually a bit
loser.
lighter.
You're not a loser. We're all winners here.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. That's what you wanted, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. Good.
It's the taking part that counts.
See?
Well, do you know what? We've never met before, but this has been wonderful. I've really enjoyed it. I feel like we could chat more, especially about the immersive theatre stuff.
Yeah.
Like, we went pretty deep into that, and I found it really interesting. I think other people will too. I'm excited to listen back to it because when you're in it, like you obviously respond to the conversation, but like listen back to these things, you hear stuff that you didn't pick up on, and I think that stuff about immersive theatre was amazing. So thanks for coming on and
Thank you for
chatting.
having
Thank you.
us.
No problem. I'd like to just end it with you just plugging the show again, saying where people can come and find it and how they can get tickets.
I think one of our audience members in Bradford said that they laughed and they nearly cried, but what they really enjoyed was joining in. But that is absolutely up to the audience. So please don't let the immersive element put you off during these crazy times. Come and just be there, whether you want to be on that dance floor with us or whether you want to just sit in the dark in the corner. It's completely up to you. We're not forcing anybody to do anything. We just want people to kind of be immersed in the experience, but you can still do that from the edge. So where's the venue? The Pier Hat, Faraday Street, on the 8th to the 10th of September.
In the Northern Quarter.
In the Northern Quarter.
Which is wonderful. So yeah, I'll be there. I can't wait.
Thank you.
Thank you.